Good morning, gang. It is Monday morning, January 12 or 13, I don't remember which. Anyway, I'm in Quartzsite, and I haven't done an update since I got here, so thought I'd go ahead and do that real quick. I am getting ready for work, my first day of work. I'm going to work at one of the little markets in town. There's two of them that I saw, and I'm going to be at Roadrunner Market. Oh, my hair looks awful. I need to wash it. But anyway, Quartzsite is pretty cool. They have a campfire, and they get together every morning at 10 and discuss something, and there's like a schedule. Today it's cooking, in while living in whatever it is you live in. There's vans here. There's mostly smaller rigs. There's a couple of big, bus type rigs, but mostly it's smaller. A lot of vans and a lot of cars. One lady rented a U-Haul truck, or U-Haul van. And anyway, it's pretty cool. I got here late. Not really late. I pulled in at about 8 o'clock night before last, and it was already dark, so that's late. So I couldn't see where I was going, but found a spot, went to sleep, and was just done with it. I was just relieved to get here. A lot of drama the last couple of weeks. I had the blowout in Tulsa, got stuck in Midland for a couple of days for the ice, and then the snow kept me in Balmore for a couple of days. Then when I went to leave Davis Mountains from visiting my friend Retha, put the van in reverse, and it died, and then it wouldn't start again. Her husband figured out that it was the ignition module, so that delayed a day. Got this side of Tulsa, and I forgot to silence my phone again. I wonder if I can do it while I'm... Excuse me for a minute. Yep, I can. Okay, so got this side of Tulsa, and van overheated, and the upper radio hose was collapsed. And so stopped at a mechanic in Gila Bend, I think it was. Spent a couple of hours and lots of money changing the thermostat, because mechanics aren't cheap no matter what you do. They didn't have a hose, but my hose wasn't leaking, so they changed the thermostat. Then I went on. The next town's about 50 miles away or so, 50-ish, and that was Buckeye, Arizona. Overheated again, so I stopped on the side of the road, and some man stopped and said, he'd follow me into Buckeye to make sure and drive me right to the auto parts store, and there's a shop right across the street. So he drove me to Napa, and there was a little shop across the street, and, or he followed me. I made it there. They changed the hose, and then they did the pressure thing, and there were no leaks. Got all the air out of the system, filled it back up, pulled out of their driveway, and pulled to the side so I could arrange all my little gadgets on the dash again before I take off, and it overheated. So I backed up and pulled back in. They raised the hood, put a little more antifreeze in the overflow thing, because it's leaking from the overflow. The hose had collapsed again. It swelled back up. While he was standing there, he didn't do anything. And he said, ended up not doing anything when I went back, and then decided it was fine, and I made it all the way to Quartzsite. So I thought, okay, cool, it's fixed, whatever it was. The next morning, I get up to leave Quartzsite, or leave the RTR up here, and to go into town, and I get maybe 3 or 4 miles down the road, and it overheats, and it's water's going, or antifreeze is going out the overflow. So I don't know. Anyway, the trip in is, everything hit me. Like, I was about an hour out of Quartzsite, and I'm thinking, I did not want to come into Quartzsite at night, because you don't know where to go. So that kind of bothered me, and then all this other stuff just kind of hit me, and I just started bawling. What do you do? So that's what it is. I just started crying, and it's been about an hour crying, and then got in, found my spot, relaxed. I slept really good that first night here. So I went to town yesterday, and that's when I overheated yesterday morning. Went to the McDonald's, sat there on my laptop. There's a Facebook group for Quartzsite workers, or work wanted, or whatever. I posted on that, you know, hello Q, just got to town, ready to work. If you need help, you know, just a sweet little paragraph. It made it sound real good, and put my phone number. Within 10 minutes, I got a phone call. So I went down, talked to the owner manager. I don't know what they are. I think they're owners. Him and his wife. And she said, "Well, I'll call you tonight. I already got to see one more person today." And I'm like, "Okay." So she's like, "I really like you. I really like your attitude," and, you know, on and on, which is always nice. But so she called me last night, and I start this morning at 10. So I'm getting ready because it's 8 o'clock right now. And in case the van overheats, I want to go ahead and leave so I can stop and let it cool off and then drive again. It did overheat yesterday afternoon, right before I headed back out here. And this is about 6-7 miles from the main drag. So it's about 6 or 7 miles to work at the store from here. So it did overheat yesterday afternoon when I started to head back. But I stopped, I let it cool off, I had a little fluid, and then, you know, I wait like half an hour or so, and then go again, and I made it here just fine. So in case it overheats on the first leg in, or going in, I got time to stop and let it cool off. So just hoping it holds out, that and the idle arm thing, until I can get some paychecks and, you know, start fixing stuff. There's no auto parts store here, so I have to catch somebody that's going into Blythe, apparently, to grab some parts for me. I don't know, but maybe the mechanic shop here has some kind of hookup. I don't know. Anyway, that's the update. Hope y'all are doing well. And if you're in Q, come by and see me. Yeah. So, see you later. Ciao, babies. Okay, gang. I've overheated again. Figure out what that noise is. This hose. You hear that? That sounds awful. Right down there is where it's overflowing. This is the overflow. So I shut it off. Let's watch and see if this hose collapses like it did earlier today. See the tag on the new hose? So it doesn't overheat every time I drive it, but like every second or third time apparently so far. And this time I'd only driven like 2 miles maybe, and it got hot that fast. What is making that noise? So I'm gonna walk around. I pulled into the Family Dollar and parked, just gonna let it cool off, I guess, and ask around where the auto parts place. Maybe it's close, you know, if it's within just a few blocks, I'll just walk and get a radiator cap. You know, don't know if that's it, but, you know, what the hell. Anyway, there it is.